Hi everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terence Gardino. The week begins on Monday, November the 23rd. This week we're building up to a full moon next Monday. So the energy is just going to become more intense, more emotional, especially as next Monday it's a full moon lunar eclipse. So the energy, it's like a full moon on steroids. But starting with Monday, the 23rd, the moon's in Pisces. Remember, the moon sets the public tone. Pisces is more this sensitive, intuitive, caring energy, depending on how it aspects other planets. And on Monday, the moon will be in harmony with rational Mercury, also probing investigative Pluto. Later in the day, the moon will be in harmony with Jupiter, expansive, lucky Jupiter. So it's a good day overall. With the moon in Pisces, maybe a bit of more compromise and kindness. But discerning Mercury, the planet of communications and discussions, will be in harmony with Neptune. Now, Mercury-Neptune is very favorable for your intuition, for your imagination, for empathy. It can be very inspiring and creative energies. So when you are communicating with somebody, or if you are speaking or writing, all the qualities of Mercury, being supported by Neptune, you could be tapping into more inspiring, uplifting messages. Tuesday, the moon is going to leave more sensitive Pisces and move into assertive, pioneering Aries at 7:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then over those next few hours, the moon in fiery Aries will be in harmony with the sun in fiery Sagittarius. The fire signs is all about energy, inspiration, excitement, and to have the moon in harmony with the sun, overall, it's a good day for business, for relationships, for just feeling like overall you're in the rhythm of your life. Wednesday, the moon is going to be crossing over Mars. There's no other planetary events with other planets. Now, the moon is going to cross over the Mars around, it's going to start really affecting it by around 3 in the afternoon and last for a couple of hours. So like from 3 to 5, particularly strong, Pacific Standard Time. And that's because the moon goes 1 degree every 2 hours. And that around 3 is when the moon will be exact degree crossing over Mars, which it does every 28 days as the cycle of the moon throughout the signs. So to have a fiery, assertive moon in Aries align with Mars in Aries, the positive can trigger a great deal of passion and drive to go after your goals, be courageous. On the dark side, it could trigger a lot of ego disputes and fighting, protesting. Thursday, the moon still in this fiery Aries is going to be in conflict with controlling obsessive Pluto earlier in the day, more expansive, optimistic Jupiter in the middle of the day, but then ending later in the evening to more cautious Saturn. Basically, it's that moon in Aries, you keep jumping in, but then there could be these pullbacks, these mood swings. The moon, however, will enter into stabilizing, calming Taurus, an earth sign, at 7:43 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then be there for the next 2.5 days. Aries, that moon in Aries, is more impatient, which is restless, just wanting to go for it. Moon in Taurus, slow and steady, let's chill out. On Friday, as the moon is in Taurus, communication Mercury will be in harmony with Pluto. Now this is very favorable for studying because Mercury is learning, Pluto is going deep within. It could be good for investigations, research, because Pluto rules the underworld. But Pluto also is very influential energy, but it's positive with Mercury. So if you're trying to influence or convince anybody to your point of view, you would be very persuasive. Venus, pleasure-seeking Venus, by the end of the day will be interacting with Uranus. Venus-Uranus can bring in some sudden exciting surprises with entertainment, having fun, unexpectedly could be some events you just hear from a friend, let's all hang out, let's do something. And if you're single and it's a Friday night and the moon is in sensual Taurus, that's Venus-Uranus is good for triggering an infatuation. So it's very social. Just remember to keep your social distance so you and everybody else can remain safe. But you're going to be having a good time. And going into the weekend and that Friday evening, you're going to be feeling more sociable. Saturday, the moon continues in Taurus all day Saturday. And Mercury will be in harmony with optimistic Jupiter. Now, that could be very favorable for making long-range plans. The Mercury is the planning, the Jupiter is the long range. It's excellent day for starting to go on a trip, because Jupiter can rule traveling, or education, or publishing, or promoting your website. Because Mercury is all that communications and Jupiter is all that publishing, marketing, expansion out to the world. But Saturday is also really important because Neptune, that's been retrograde since the last number of months, goes direct on Saturday in the sign of Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces is all this kind of empathetic, spiritual, intuitive energy, but it's going from retrograde to direct. So there's a lot of shifting energies that could be awakening more intuition, more compassion, more selfless service. And Mercury, what is on your mind with Jupiter, you're feeling really upbeat and optimistic. Sunday, the moon moves into more distracting Gemini. Moon in Gemini, your moods are getting excited by one idea to the next. Good for a lot of correspondence and conversation. That begins at 8:16 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then nothing else is going on except by 1:30 a.m. on Monday into the next day. Pacific Standard Time will be when the full moon lunar eclipse starts to unfold. So Sunday from the morning, with the moon going into Gemini, into the early morning will be full. So all of Sunday could be a time when you are more emotionally sensitive, maybe a little bit more unfocused, more jumping from idea to idea, being a lot distracted. You could be feeling the intense emotional energy building throughout Sunday. Before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for the one question offer for a nominal fee. To be able to request it, go to the website, astrologyanswers.com. At the top, you'll see a link for advisors. Just click on advisors and scroll down until you get to my name. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.